Hi everyone, my name is Sturge, Daniel Sturge, but I go by Sturge. I do a lot of outdoor stuff. I enjoy being in the outdoors. My chickens, they won't shut up. I feel a little weird, awkward on a camera. I know I'm talking to you guys, but currently I'm just speaking to an inanimate object. But hopefully that gets better with time, and I feel a little more comfortable in front of a camera. But essentially, upon the request of friends and family, I started this YouTube channel just so I can share experiences, learn as I go on, hear from you guys, and have a centralized place where I can put these videos apart from Facebook or Instagram, things like that, where you can come watch some content. I'll do my best to keep things interesting for you guys and keep things a little earthy. But yeah, hopefully you guys come along and you enjoy what I have to offer here, and we'll get going. I have a few things I need to do today. I have a bear sight. I'm an avid hunter. I like to trap as well. I do anything outdoors, foraging, living off the land. I love that kind of stuff, and I'm hoping that as time goes on, I get better with it and more experience. And yeah, so this is a good way of tracking my progress. So today I got to go bait my bear sight. I just harvested a bear 2 days ago with my son. He's 8 years old, Zach. Great first experience for him. He loved it. Now I get to do one with my daughter, and she's 11-year-old. She never showed a whole lot of interest up until now, but I'm glad she's interested in it. So I got to go out and bait the bear sight. So I'll take you guys with that. And that's Clucky Barnes, the winter chicken. So yeah, I'll take you guys out there, show you the bait site, show you our setup, show you my tree blind, show you how I bait the bears, and if I have time today as well, there's a spot in the woods where I'm going to just clear out a little area so we can do a little bit of camping as a family, and I'll take you guys along for that adventure as well. So stay tuned, guys. You're getting angry because we didn't let you out. Do you want to come out? You want to come out? Come on, Clucky. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. You could come out this door. It doesn't have to always be the front door. Come on, guys. Here. So what you guys just seen was popcorn, corn, and beef finisher, and then some Gasbro fish. So essentially the idea is that the popcorn and the corn is going to fill them up. The popcorn's just giving volume and keeps them busy. The corn's going to fill them up a little more. The fish is going to give them the protein they need, which is important as well. You don't want too much fish though. It's more of just the smells to bring them in, and a treat when they get there. And then there's the beef or cattle finisher and the other stuff, which is just a mixture of grains mixed with molasses. It sweetens the meat up a bit. The bears love it. So now that's loaded up, we're going to head out to the bear site there now, and I'll show you around out there. first things first, get a bug jacket on. The flies is thick in the woods, real bad, especially this time of year and around a bait site. Anyone who's baited bears before, they'll know flies gets real bad around those sites. It's on inside out, but who cares? Mesh screen is a mesh screen. There, let's go. All right. Just seen what looked like to be a pheasant fly away when I pulled up in here. Would have been nice to get some footage of that. But... So, I never mentioned before that I am currently in New Brunswick, Canada. So, baiting bears is legal. Depends on your province and state, whether it's legal or not, but it is legal here. So, whoops, snagged down a tree. Okay. I know there was a bear in here because, well, obviously the barrel's twisted on me. And I have this thing tied on. And this is the first thing that gets knocked down from the top. And that's a quick indication that something was here. So, I'm going to fix all this up. Check my trail cam. And then I'll show you the blind. Some stuff in the bottom. The top we're up. I've got a couple big chunks of logs in there and just debris, things that really hard to get pulled out, and that just slows them down. So they're not eating it all up at once, pulling it all out underground. They got to work for it a little bit. Fish is still frozen. That's okay. There. Now, they always tear this off. It's just a little piece of metal that I have just to lay over the top of this in case it rains. You know what popcorn's like. As soon as it gets wet, it dissolves away to nothing. So there. That's just my quick indication. Having a few little things on top like that. That's a quick indication that something was here. It's usually the first thing you'll hear. Now, normally the first thing I do is turn off my camera, my trail cam, so I don't have a whole bunch of ugly photos of my face. But so this is a case that I made for my trail cam. This is like some kind of basket from the dollar store. Pretty solid steel. And I just got it lock wired onto a piece of metal. Cut the piece out of the front so all the sensors could shine through nicely. And that's it. Nothing fancy, and wasn't willing to pay a lot of money for a real expensive trail cam. I just needed something to let me know that bears were here. Give me a good idea of the size of them, because bears are known to destroy these things. I wasn't about to spend hundreds of dollars on a real good brand name. I don't even know what the brand name is on this. Docera. It's worked fine for me. It keeps out the rain. I've had no issues so far. So now we're just going to go through the videos. And I'll see, there's a bear here at 11:30 this morning, which, okay, it's a half decent one. I will say though, this camera, I do like it comes with a little display screen. So from the actual barrel, this is the tree blind. Straight ahead. Got pretty lucky. A lot of trees just naturally blew over here and just made a real nice path straight to the barrel site. So, up in that tree, it's really hard to see. I don't like to zoom in, but I will zoom in to see right there. That is a container filled with fish guts. The holes drilled in it everywhere. And that carries a scent that just intrigues the bears and brings them in. When you look at the barrel, you'll notice the holes are on the sides. The reason for that is so the bear comes up, wants to access the food from the side. This is my shooting lane, and that will expose their vitals. And when a bear is reaching in as well, their head tend not to move so much. So in this area, if they run, there are swamp areas not far away. So I don't advocate for headshots on bears, but if you know what you're doing, it's just like turning a switch and they drop and they die right in the spot. No suffering, no pain. And they're not going to get away, and you're not going to lose the bear. So from this distance, I've got my gun sighted in where I can consistently put rounds on something the size of a bottle cap. Knowing the physiology of a bear, and exactly where their brain is, I'm pretty confident. So, as I said, this is the blind. This is the tree blind. Made a platform between the 3 trees, all made of 2x4. And the blind itself is 2x4, and the walls are made of a I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's basically that plastic board material that they make like signs and stuff out of. So it's very lightweight. I just kind of pulled it up in sections, and it's pretty comfortable in there. So, still got lots of work to do with the blind. Well, not a lot of work, a bit of work to do. Mostly for the door. There's a lot of flies still able to get in, even with the screen up. So, I'm going to see if I can find probably something like a tent door that had that on zips, and then just put that up there. But it's pretty comfortable, especially when you're hunting with kids, getting kids into hunting. We got to realize it. I mean, it's hard enough for a kid to sit still for hours on end and not talk. So having a comfortable area helps them get into hunting, helps them appreciate the moments more, and just for a better experience. So I would suggest, anybody getting their kids into it, take a bit of time. We can always say, the struggle is part of it. Yeah, it is. But at that age, there's no point in making them struggle, because they'll probably resent it. So, make them comfortable. I tried having my boy up in a actual stand, in a tree stand, and yeah, he very quickly didn't want to come out as much. So having something like that definitely helps them. So, that's the bait site. I'll show you inside the tree blind at some point when it's completed, show you how I did it. And for now, I gotta head back. I got a few other things to do today. It's hot, it's like 30 degrees today. There's a nice breeze that's going to keep me alive. But let's go get some water. I'll show you what I like to do when we're out camping and stuff for water. Let's go find a water source. So, some of you guys who don't know me might be wondering, like, what's up with his arm? Why is his arm black? What's going on? So, let me just clue you in. I'm full of tattoos. I have tattoos everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but in a lot of places. And there's two extremes to me. I'm a competitive powerlifter. I love heavy metal music. And I like tattoos. Then the other side of me is I also like the outdoors, listening to rivers run, the birds chirping, the squirrels playing, and just camping, being in nature and living off the land as much as I can. That's how I find my balance. I'm nowhere really in between. I go home, I can train for a competition, listen to heavy metal music, and just being a bit of a savage in the gym. Then I come out here and I have this. And that's how I stay balanced, and that's how I keep at least this part healthy as well. So yeah, I found a water source. It's probably clean enough to drink out of, but I never recommend just drinking out of a stream if you can avoid it, for obvious reasons. You know, you get parasites and things like that, and if you know, it only takes a matter of a bear up taking a dump up the stream and something like that happens, even though it looks fresh or whatever. So I always like to carry around something like this. When we go camping, we take this. We try to avoid taking big jugs of water and stuff, because this weighs nothing. It goes in your pocket, and you can hook this up. You can let it drain into a bigger container and filter out really good water, or you can just drink right from it. So that's what we're going to do here now. And before we head home and we finalize this first video for YouTube for today, I'll just show you guys how to use one of these. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically a straw. Stick it in the water, drink from it. But I'll just show you a little water source here. So take a look. Yeah. Nice little bit of clear water, running water. Whenever you're drinking from water sources, you want to make sure it's running. That's one thing that's really important, is to make sure that you know, it's clear and it is flowing. Because stagnant water's not flowing, that's where a lot of insects are going to lay their eggs and parasites are going to grow and flourish. So you want to avoid that. So here you have a spot where it's a nice sandy bottom. All right, there's pebbles, there's stones, there's real sand out here. This is a good sign that the water's been well filtered in this area. So what's coming down there, the farther you go upstream, the more you're probably going to come across like more muddy areas. But down here, we're basically saying that the river's letting you know that it's a lot of the debris and stuff has already been filtered out. So it's pretty clean water. Just to be safe, I'll drink using this. All you're going to do, it takes a bit if it hasn't been used in a while or it's been drained. You just got to prime it, so you got to try to suck some water through it first. It takes a second to get through all the filtering. But this has been used recently, so I don't have to do that. But it's a good idea that the first time you use it, you just kind of suck up a little bit of water and spit it out. That way, is any debris in the inlet or the outlet there, and then be good to drink. Oh, that's good. That was sharp, right in the arse. Anyways, if you guys like these type of videos, just a newfie in New Brunswick, enjoying the outdoors and learning new skills, I'd appreciate it. I got to do the whole YouTube banter and ask you guys to like and subscribe and share this video. I enjoy doing these type of things, and I enjoy sharing these experiences with people. Up until now, it's been just my small group of friends and family on Facebook, and they're the ones who encouraged me to do this. So kind of put myself out there a little bit. I do feel still awkward in front of a camera like this, but hopefully you know, it'll get easier as time goes on. But I do appreciate you guys watching this first video, and yeah, I have plans for other videos in the future. Anything that I consider, I guess, worth recording and to share with you guys. These bugs are just eating me alive right now, so I'm going to conclude this. But I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for following along.